Welcome to Rob's Rules. Well, the rules are simple. They're ours. I'm here and you're there. And thanks for being there. Today, Amber Heard talks about the audio tapes. What was said on them. Let's see what Amber Heard has to say about the tapes.
I know much has been made of these audio tapes. They were first leaked online after being edited. What you would hear in those clips are not evidence of what was happening. It was evidence of a negotiation of how to talk about that with your abuser. As I testified on the stand about this, is that when your life is at risk, not only will you take the blame for things that you shouldn't take the blame for, but when you're in an abusive dynamic, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, you don't have the resources that, say, you or I do with the luxury of saying, hey, this is black and white, because it's anything but when you're living in it. 20-second clips or the transcripts of them are not representative of even the 2 hours or the 3 hours that those clips are excerpt from. As I testified to, I was talking in those recordings as a person in extreme amount of emotional, psychological, and physical distress.
So Amber Heard was saying that the tapes were a negotiation between her and Johnny Depp. That these tapes were not as black and white as they appear to be. She also was stating that, well, when you're panicked, you're kind of just going to say anything. Let's be real. She did not give a chance for Johnny Depp to say much. Every time the man spoke on every audio that I've played, you hear him say very few words. Very few words. And every time he tries to speak, she raises her voice even louder. So it makes it harder for him to speak and he has to keep quiet. She tries to control the situation. Again, what she says doesn't fit what we've heard. Which makes, no pun intended by the way, by saying that, which makes her a liar yet again. You can't be panicked and just say whatever, because that would mean you'd feel nervous. And the person who would feel nervous from the audios that I have on this channel would be Johnny. Because she's the one that screams over him. She's the one that mocks him, makes fun of him, yells at him. Somebody who's yelling is the aggressor. Someone who's being more quiet and laid back is not being aggressive whatsoever, being more passive. How she could sit here and honestly say to the public, look, this is not, everything you've heard. Yeah, there's hours of audio. Hours of it. And it's consistent that she is doing the majority of the yelling. To me, if Amber Heard had all this evidence, this audio tapes, or she had some photographs, I said this months ago before the trial happened. Why not drop it? You hire a PR team, so why don't you use that PR team to put it out there in the public? Put it in the Daily Mail. She said that she had ways, she knew other ways to get things out there besides TMZ. So my question is, if you had all this evidence, if you had audio, you had video, you had photographs that can't be submitted to the court as she was crying about, then why not just drop it? She knows so many ways to do that. So why not do it? If it's so not black and white, if there's so much more, there's so much evidence, then what is withholding you from throwing it out there? You have an Instagram. Why aren't you posting it on Instagram or your Twitter page? Why aren't you sharing it with Eve Barlow to get it out there? After all, she is the legendary, quote-unquote, legendary journalist. It doesn't make sense to me. None of it makes sense to me. Things she say don't match up, and that is the issue. When she said that people attacked her on social media, it's not because people just attacked her because they were Captain Jack Sparrow fans. That's not the case. There are some that are. There are some that know nothing about the case. But for the majority, the over 4 million that signed a petition to have Amber Heard kicked out of the movie, they know what's going on. They're all over Twitter posting evidence. They're posting what people have said, what witnesses have said, showing you can't say this, but yet this. It doesn't add up. And this is another thing that doesn't add up. You can't say that it's not so black and white. Oh, you just say things because you're in the moment. Amber did a lot of yelling and raised her voice and was the aggressor. How else can you take that? You can't take that as being timid or scared, because you wouldn't do that to the person that was abusing you. Because all that would do is irritate, agitate, and make them want to lash at you and come after you more, which is, as a victim, that's not what you want. And also, let's not forget that she said in the witness stand, she didn't hesitate and punched him. Is that someone who's weak and frail? Is that someone who weighs 115 pounds, as she claims, that no one will believe him because she's so small in stature? She's so scared for her life that she sat there and punched her aggressor? Look, I don't know about you. Being bigger than the woman I was with, and the woman I was with was not frail and not skinny either. She wasn't petite. She was kind of big. And I don't mean fat-wise, I mean she was a little stocky. But I wouldn't have gone and hit her or punched her or yelled or raised my voice. What I wanted to do was keep quiet, keep her as calm as possible, and get out of the situation, because I was afraid that she would use a weapon and could stab me in the middle of the night or shoot me or who knows what, because I didn't know what she possessed in the room. I didn't know. You let me know what you think of all this that I've said in the comment section. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Be well, be safe, take care. I love you. I'll see you soon.